Hey, welcome back everybody. Little Fish here with another Big Hero 6 preview review. Today is July 21st, the third day of San Diego Comic-Con if you count previews night, and they have released, Disney XD and Disney, a new preview clip from Big Hero 6, the animated series. Now don't get this clip confused with the theme song that they released last week. This is an actual clip from the animated series, which they have now confirmed will be airing in November of 2017. A little bit later than I was expecting. Really hoping it would be out for my birthday, but November is better than December. Nonetheless, before we get started on this new clip, I just wanted to kind of bring back the theme song a little bit. The more I think about it, I've noticed that I think one of the villains may have been left out of the theme song, or at least the clip that we got. Looking at the 8 villains on screen that Hero's looking at, I don't think we've seen Obake yet. In all the little summaries, they mention Carmi and this mysterious Obake. Because when I look at each character, we've been given the name for Carmi, so in the last video I mentioned which one I think is Carmi. Then we have who I think might be Globby, and then in this new clip, which we will talk about shortly, we are introduced to Berenbaum, and that's 3 of the 8 characters shown here. Now, I have a feeling that one of these 8 could possibly be Obake, but I really have my doubts. So I think that Obake is going to be the main big bad, and maybe he's not in the theme song. Maybe they cut him out so they wouldn't spoil the surprise. We already do know that he's voiced by Andrew Scott, who might be best known for his role as Jim Moriarty on Sherlock, which means that this character might have quite an interesting range of personality, but they might make him more reserved, they might make him creepy. That's all up in the air right now. We can only speculate because of the type of voice actor they've gotten and the name. So picking apart the name, Obake, which is kind of short for bakemono, which is a Japanese term, a type of yokai, which if you remember, yokai was the name of the main villain in the film. So an Obake is a subclass of yokai, which means that he's not as big as yokai from the first film, and an Obake is described as a shapeshifter or a ghost. So it's a literal term that means things that change, they can transform, shape-shifting, which really leads you to wonder what type of character he's going to be. Shape-shifting, is he actually going to be able to physically shape-shift? Or is that his personality, that he can be like a chameleon and blend in when he needs to blend in and stand out when he needs to stand out, make people believe things one way and make them doubt other ways? And again, that really fits in with the whole Jim Moriarty thing, so I don't know if the two have anything to do with each other, but I might be overthinking it, but I like to overthink it. I think you guys can tell I'm really excited for this show. Which now brings us to the main event, the new clip that was released by Disney and Disney XD for San Diego Comic-Con 2017. Now, for copyright reasons, I will not be posting the clip here. I'll just be posting pictures like the last time. Even though it is under fair use, I really don't want to get in trouble for it, but I do want to share my thoughts and want to know what you guys think. So I'm going to open up the file here and let's get started. So we start off in a train tunnel. Looks a little funny at first because the background looks really CG, computer animated, everything looks kind of stiff. But you see Hero riding Baymax through this tunnel. Not sure at first what to make of the animation, but trust me, it gets better. There's very heroic music playing in the background. And then we have kind of a close-up of Hero in his supersuit, and he looks a little perplexed. And we get our first introduction to Berenbaum, who sounds kind of like Jeff Bennett. So you already know a lot about this character just from the very few lines that he says. The wording he uses, he calls them interlopers, and you see that he puts his insignia on everything. So he's a very proud character. He's very fascinated with steampunk stuff. Even Hero happens to mention how everything's kind of old-timey, and you can tell that maybe he's a villain because he doesn't like the advances in technology, or maybe he just really likes steampunk and he doesn't appreciate the loud, bright, new era of technology that's coming in. And he's able to rig and booby trap the entire tunnel, which when really thinking about it, he kind of really goes overkill with his traps. But he is definitely a worthy foe. He does like his technology, but he likes his technology, not this new whippersnappery type technology. So again, he seems like the type of character. He does appreciate technology. He likes inventing inventions. He was probably really good in one type of study or a lot of types of studies, but with the way that technology advances so rapidly this day and age, maybe he lost his place. Maybe he was a really grade A scientist, and then with this new technology he wasn't able to keep up. Maybe he lost his job, maybe he's just crazy. But again, I might just be over-speculating. So his first booby trap goes off, and something that kind of bothered me with this scene is the fact that Baymax is holding it back, and Hiro just stands there. He looks back and forth a few times, way too many times, and he could have dropped down, he could have moved, so that way either Baymax could have just let it go, and it could have crashed in on itself, or Baymax could have just done what he does and break it, but why does Hiro just stand there? I mean, yeah, he was probably startled, and not everybody has that fight or flight reaction. I know I'm one of those people who freezes instead of flying or fighting, so maybe that's the type of person Hiro is, and luckily Baymax is there. Hiro thanks him, walks over, and calls them old-timey booby traps. So, again, just those little things tell you a lot about the character that they're up against. Then we get to see a little bit more of the tech that is involved in their super suits. Baymax has a hand flashlight, and Hiro can map out and look at things on his mask, which is pretty cool, very Iron Man. And then we have Hiro conversing with Baymax, and it's a very pleasant conversation. I like the sense of humor in there and the banter between the characters. Then we get another booby trap, and this one is a steam engine or steam locomotive. And the sound effect that they use that, I don't know if it's supposed to sound rusty, or if it's supposed to sound like a metal bull, or a very angry cow. I don't know. Kind of sounds like a very rusty metal bull. Very interesting sound effect that they use there. And then we have Baron von Overkill's closure of the subway or train tunnel. I don't think he needed quite so many doors or ways to block the exit there. They even threw in a little metal gear there, so again, calling to the steampunk. Now, when they say power lift, when Hiro says power lift, I kind of thought that they would try to fly through the ceiling. Granted, again, they are under the city, most likely, and flying upwards would probably break into a building or water main, so going up probably isn't exactly the best idea. But wasn't really expecting that term to mean lift the tracks. Nonetheless, so we have Baymax using the suit's super strength, lifting the tracks, and then the clip cuts out. So we don't know what exactly happens to the angry steam engine. It either goes into the ceiling and we'll get some debris and Baymax will make sure that Hiro is safe and covered, or it will just fall backwards. Not really sure. I'm gonna root for it going into the ceiling, which again, they're probably underneath the building, so I'm gonna feel bad for whoever's in that building, get a nice tremor. But again, they're in San Francisco, and it's part of California, and California does get earthquakes. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the clip. And again, for a very small clip, it gives you a lot of information. I don't know what mission this will be, what episode this will be. Probably one of the first few. And it makes me also kind of wonder, what did Baron von Steam do to make the heroes go after him? And also, why is it just Baymax and Hiro? Where are the rest of the characters? Were they in school? Did they split up and Hiro and Baymax went down while the rest of them went up? Very curious. There's a lot of questions, but also a few answers, or speculative answers, and I really hope to get the answers to my questions, but I guess we'll just have to wait until November. I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot more clips released before November, because if it's anything like DuckTales, they're going to be giving us a lot of introductions to characters with clips from the shows, and just a few quick sneak peeks so they can whet our appetites for the show. Disney XD does tend to do that a lot, but I'm sure they're going to be saving the best parts for last, for when the show actually comes out, but we never know. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys think. I know I'm still very excited for the show. The more I watch this clip, the more I just love it. Big kudos to the animators and the voice actors, and I can't wait to see what else Disney and Disney XD has in store for us for Big Hero 6, the animated series. In the comments below, also let me know, do you think I should keep doing these preview reviews and then maybe reviews of the episodes once they air in November? Otherwise, there will be more Little Fish Super Big Hero 6 reviews coming up, and I really can't wait till the toys for Big Hero 6, the animated series, come out. I did write a letter to Bandai, who made the toys for the movie. They unfortunately weren't able to give me any information and advised me to contact Disney Animation Studio, so I did send them a letter. That was 3 months ago, and I have not heard anything back. So far from San Diego Comic-Con, I'm not seeing really any toy reveals or any talk of any toys. Not really seeing much in the way of Big Hero 6 aside from this clip as well, which is also kind of disappointing. But again, maybe they are waiting for when the show airs. Who knows, maybe New York Comic Con will have something. Nonetheless, really looking forward to the toys, really looking forward to the show, and that will wrap it up, you guys. So until next time, heroes, Little Fish, out.